Morning again, everyone. There's a fair sunsy face in front of you. My other Auld Heid. Dave Llewellyn and I are here to chat through a number of things. Number one, the disappointing fact that we're not all going to congregate in Arbroath and commemorate the declaration of Arbroath. But there are other plans, and I'm going to ask Dave if he would update us on the plans for Bridges for Indy. No better person to speak on it. Whilst it was an accident, he invented it. Dave, what's happening on the 4th?
Right, well basically, due to the fact that it was going to be impossible to have everyone meeting in Arbroath, we couldn't let it go past without it being celebrated and enjoyed by a lot of the Yes movement at the same time. So what we decided to do was go back to basics like we've been doing for the last 2.5 years with Bridges for Indy, where basically you can put a person or two people on a bridge where there's very little risk of anything getting shared. It's usually windy in those bridges as well, so anything that does happen to come out is going to get blown away. And we thought, okay, how about we get some of the people that we contacted over the 500 miles and get them all organised bridges in their own areas. Everybody's got a bridge that's local, and most folk have got a flag. And if you were going to Arbroath, then basically everybody can take a part. So we thought, well, we'll do it with a hashtag every town, every city. And we've contacted a lot of the groups that we worked with before. There's a lot of stuff getting done on the North East Coast, and the people for Yes Mate that did the M8 for the last 2 years in the same week as well, they're looking to do the same thing on the M8. We're going to join it all up to a special event that Kev Gibbon is setting up with Independence Live, and he's also doing a thing called a digital rally at the same time. So basically the bridges are going to link into that. There's going to be people from all over getting involved. I think Colin for Germans for Scottish Independence is going to do a bridge in Germany. They've had to cancel their thing that was going to be held on the same day as Arbroath. So that it's going to be mega, and at the end of the day it brings us all together, but it brings us all together through digital means.
Okay, Dave, now your turn.
Yes.
You come round this side, my friend.
And give you the silver fox.
First things first, if you're going to do a Bridges for Indy event, go to the 2 pages for Bridges for Indy. There's one a public page, there's one a private page. You'll find that safety tips. Way back, Dave got in touch with 2 people and said, I've got this idea about bridges. One of them was me, the other one was Fiona McKinnon. That's her handiwork. Be safe on a bridge. Don't stand close together. If there's 4 of you on a bridge, 2 either side is more than adequate. Right. At the beginning of the year, folks, I started a page, and I think it's a wee bit of destiny involved. Excuse me, I'm scrabbling for notes. That's what the page looks like. It's got a salt tire, and up in this corner it's got X squared, X2. All of us know what the declaration started with, as long as 100 of us. It was written in Latin, and the Latin oblique Roman for 10 is the letter X. And when you make it X squared, it's 10 by 10, which equals 100. And Dave will tell you that's how my crazy mind works. X2 equals 100. It can also be used as the figure you use on a ballot paper, a referendum paper. A cross for Indy Ref 2. That's basically what my wee idea is. It's for those who are not on a bridge. Those in Arran, shout out to Fiona, Graham and Orkney. You can do this. It's for those who are stuck in a house self-isolating at the moment. How do you do it? You don't need the flag on a pole when I show you what I'm going to show you. It can be done flat on the ground. There's the first example of the idea.
Right, so how does this work?
It needs 9 flags and one board with a 2 written on it. And you put the flags out in the shape of the saltire. You could even do it if you wanted to go marching, but I'm not suggesting that. But all it needs is 9 flags, doesn't even need 9 people. You could lay that out. One of the things Dave knows we're going to try and do on Independence Live. Last year, Fiona McKinnon and I started doing Let's Invite the World to Scotland. That's what we want to follow on this time round. There's the other example. The person at the front has moved in, and don't worry, I'll post these on the X2 Facebook page. And we've moved the 2 up there, so we've got X squared. That's 100. That side is commemorating the declaration of Arbroath. 100, and it only needs 9 flags, 10 people. That side is a cry out for Indy Ref 2 and how we're going to vote with a cross. I don't know whether you've watched the videos from Italy, people getting out on the balcony and singing. It's inspiring. Let's say you have family in Australia, maybe in Norway, anywhere in the world. Tell them what we're going to do on the 4th of April. Invite them to take part. The diaspora of Scots right round the world is actually greater than the number of Scots in Scotland. Let's get them involved. One of the things that annoys me when I start listening to people pontificating from on high, you'll have heard it same as me, but if Scotland goes independent, we won't be recognised as a country. What utter rubbish. There's no one around the world hasn't, on Hogmanay, sung our song. Let's get them involved in this, and that's partly what's to do with the manhunt. I'll come to that at the very end. If you got no bridge, this would work. Say someone from Australia gets in touch with you and says, I can trace my ancestry back to Oban. Okay, people in Oban, no bridge. You've got a lot of space up there. Remember when we came in the rally? The big football pitch?
Yeah, and you've also got that big monument.
You've got the monument at the back.
Yeah.
Doesn't need more than one person. Go up, take 9 flags and a 2. Show it to the person in Australia that we're recognising. Let's see how far we can get this. Okay, right round the world. At a time when the world is quarantined, let Scotland try and bring people together. Scottish heritage, based on the Declaration of Arbroath. I'll do the manhunt now. Every year in New York, there's a Tartan Day parade. It's been cancelled for exactly the reasons events all over the world are being cancelled. The person that was due to be Grand Marshal at the Tartan Day parade is a person you'll all know and he's an independent supporter. His name is Brian Cox. With Dave's help on Twitter, we want to start a manhunt for where Brian Cox is. The Grand Marshal at the Tartan Day Parade reads out the Declaration of Arbroath. Brian can't do that in New York because it's cancelled. But we can invite him, if we can find him, to speak on Independence Live on the 4th of April. So Dave's going to try, I think, and set up a Twitter feed for this. Find Brian Cox. Let's see whether or not the good people of Scotland can get in touch with Brian Cox and invite him to our celebration, our commemoration of the Declaration of Arbroath.
Not the one with the Hadron Collider.
Not the one with the Hadron Collider. Now, I'll tell you a wee story about that. Brian Cox, the actor, the Scottish actor from Dundee, took part in one X-Men movie. Just one. And do you know what that movie was, Dave?
No.
X2. Now, there's a coincidence for you. That's why I meant a bit earlier in January when I set that up. There's a lot of interesting things on it. There's a petition into the Scottish Parliament on it. Forthcoming will be when America declared independence, we had a Boston Tea Party. Go on to the X2 page and you'll see the preparation starting for the Glasgow Tea Party. Except it's going to be called the Glasgow Tea Cake Party. Worthwhile visiting.
So everyone can throw their tunnocks into the Clyde.
Right. I didn't mention any names. So you've got the top bunk, Dave. Right, I'm going to finish now. One last thing. I wanted to go to Arbroath. I had passengers in the car. They would have chipped in for the petrol. We're now not spending that petrol. You're maybe going on a bus. You're not now going on a bus. You were maybe going to stay overnight. You're not doing that any longer. The point I'm getting to is all of us expected to spend money that weekend. However, we were getting there, what we ate there, etc. It's a very important person involved in the 4th of April.
The most
That's
important person.
Mr. Kevin Gibney, because he's got to pull all this together. Now there's a crowdfunder going on. Hard to find if you go onto the Indylive radio or go onto the various adverts that Kevin's got running on Facebook. If you click on them, you'll end up on a blue square which is the Indylive radio page. It's not obvious that's where you would donate. Go up to the top right hand corner, you'll see a saltire, you'll see a cross. Click on that and it'll take you through to the crowdfunder page.
I'll stick a link on it after on this video when it's going on.
Everyone, we need to keep Independence Live alive. Me, everyone else that does it, are doing it as volunteers, except for one person, and that's Kevin. Kevin, wife, 2 children, full time, to make it all happen. Support them. I think that's me and Dave, apart from one brief word that I didn't want mentioned. We'll see you in court. Anyway folks, listen, I hope that's been interesting. I'll let Dave have the final word. Sarah Alba from me.
So, that's basically our side Twa Auld Heids thing. If you can help with Independence Live crowdfunder, it's really important. All the things that happens, it's not a lot. It's not a lot of money for what we actually get back. It's a lot less than I don't know. It's less than a packet of fags each a year. So if you can all help out with that, it's great. And you'll probably see where I'm standing at the moment. That's the High Court. That's the High Court. We've just started the second week, and like all the secret stuff things finished now, and it's possible we'll get some people into open court. So if there's any of you can find the time, just come along, show your face. I'm going to be here for the rest of it until it's over, and It's good to see a friendly face. Anyway, I hope to see you all on a bridge or whatever on the 4th of April. And if you follow all the links that might be seen in this, you'll probably end up in the same jail as others too. I'll talk to you later. Cheers.
Can you lift that up? You sure you want to stop?